Hey, this is Helen with Designs by Red Firefly. Let me straighten this camera out just a little bit for you. So, I'm taking a break from folding cranes right now, so I figured since I'm going to be working on some stuff, I might as well do a little video. If you're anything like me, I like looking up on YouTube, looking up on things on online just to get some ideas of what's going on. So, on one of my earlier videos, I did a haul video and I showed like this box right here that I have not completed. I had actually ordered in some stamps so that I could complete a princess theme. So this box right here is an explosion box that hasn't been completed, and inside there's really nothing yet. I was actually thinking about adding another layer in here of a sideways box too. But what the point of this video is to show you this stamp set that I got by Flonz. And they are actually located in Australia. No, wait, hold on. See, I'm not even thinking straight. But anyways, I ordered a bunch of stamps from them. A few of them are still coming. They ship them separately, but I had ordered it off of eBay. They are, well, this is their card right here. And you could definitely check out their information. They're actually, the people seem to be pretty nice. I asked them about their angel policy and so forth. But when, one of the stamps I got was actually this one right here, which I started playing around with yesterday. But I'm going to start on these ones. So first off, I had ordered a set which is filled with princesses and fairies and things. And one thing you will notice about their stamps is that their stamps has this orangey tone to it. If you read the back of these right here, it says, "Please do not worry about the orange color of the stamps. This is normal. The orange polymer provides better quality and durability than standard clear and are invisible on acrylic blocks." So you use them very similar to the way that you'd use pretty much any other clear stamp that you would get. Now, one thing I did notice is that they do come off as a bit, they have a very heavy smell with them when I open them up. And actually, I would recommend that when you get these that you actually cut them apart. If you take a look at this one I got, which is really, really cute, I started cutting apart so that I could fit them onto my acrylic block. I haven't started on these ones up here yet, but I will soon enough. So we are just going to take a look at this right here. Which one should I use to put towards the towards my card? I'm actually liking this one right here. Of course, I have to choose the one that smells, not smells, but that is in the middle of the whole thing. That's okay though. So first off, standard packaging. Open it up. You pull out the sheet. Now it has double layer. You have this layer right here, which is very similar to any other one you'd get from like Fizzcar or something else. And it is nice and it does stick very, very well. It actually has a very nice sticky texture to it, so that you could easily cling it to a block. Now as you start peeling it, it has a smell to it. That's the only downfall that I've found so far about these stamps, is that the smell. I don't mind the orange color at all. It's just the smell for some reason seems so off. I would recommend when you start cutting to start cutting from like the bottom, start from a piece down here and then go, but we're just going to reach for this one. We're going to try it out and so forth here. So let's play around with this. Actually, we're just going to start cutting from the bottom. Just because I don't want to have some weird things going on. So what I end up doing is I end up cutting off pieces. Now be careful when you do this that you don't cut your image. I was also looking online. There's a lot of stamps that you can get that are unmounted stamps. And so they come in sheets like this too. And I was watching a tutorial and it said that you cut them out. And when I was doing this, I was thinking about the unmounted stamps too, where you cut them out. So right now we've cut out this much so far. So I am going to trim the edges on this and then put them back on the block. And I'm just going to continue doing that. So we're just going to trim the edges of this. Make sure you don't get the design itself. Something to keep in mind that I've been reading is that to keep your clear stamps very sticky, make sure you wash the back side with like soap and water when you're done using it, and that'll make it clingy again. So we got the nice little pattern here, and then I'm going to stick it back on here. And then let's cut these out. It's time consuming the first time you get these, but you know what? They're really cute. I love the designs. I don't mind them. The smell is very strong, which is one thing I don't like about these stamps. I did see some really cute cards off Pinterest that people made with their stamps, and the thing is that it looks like they do have some anime inspiration, some Asian inspiration, vintage inspiration on there, so that's pretty cool. And I've been collecting a lot of stamps. One time I should go over all my stamp collection, which would probably not be very, very good because I have so many stamps. I was actually looking at it the other day, and I keep on buying stamps, and I actually don't need so many stamps. I love stamps, but I don't need them. So let's get this. Alright. Being careful here because there's where the wand and a butterfly goes. So, I don't even know what this design is right there. Just being very careful as I cut this out. Oh, goodness. This is going to be time consuming. I don't think you want to see me cutting these all the time. But it gets you the idea of what you should be doing with these, and what I would recommend doing with the Flonz stamps is to cut them out, trim them up a little bit, so that later in the future when you are ready to choose out things, you don't have to go through the process again of finding some things and then cutting it out. So I would get it out of the way right away for you. There's a little butterfly here. I'm just going to cut it so it's on its own. I'm hoping that the smell does go away after some time. It smells very chemical. That's what it smells like. Which is probably not a good sign. It smells like cleaner. That's what it smells like. Not a big fan of that smell. Alrighty, getting the edges here because this is the girl that I wanted to use. I don't know, should I use her with the butterflies? I might actually just do that because of the fact that I don't want to go into the fine cutting of cutting everything out on her. Actually, yesterday I went through the process of buying myself some watercolor colored pencils just so that I could practice mixing, colors, blending, things like that, and I'm very excited to use them. But as I was doing my research and I was testing them out, I found out that they are not that on regular cardstock they don't blend as well as they would on watercolor paper. So I'm going to take one of my blocks here, put it on there, and we are going to grab some cardstock. Give me one moment here. Here, I'm going to use this cardstock right here. So this right here is just like my scrap cardstock. You can see I've been playing around with it. I started off with some colors on it. So we are going to play around with this and hopefully it turns out to something good. Grab some ink. Craftsmart is probably one of the cheaper inks that I've ever purchased, but it does the deed and it is pretty good. Get it nice and good on there and even. One thing I do notice about these stamps is that you notice on like this right here. Let me pull this up. You notice that sometimes if you push too hard on a stamp, it starts getting thicker lines because it pushes against here. This right here that they use does not do that, even if you push really hard. Which is pretty nice because you don't have to worry about your force being too strong or too little. Except for now, my concern now is that the center didn't get on there. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's do this one more time. I mean, I like the butterflies and everything, but I'd like to have the full image.